Hey guys, George here from Pack Instinct. Hope you're all doing really well. Sorry, been a long time since I've made a video, especially on YouTube, but I decided, you know what, I'm gonna start making some videos again. I guess I was just feeling a little bit unmotivated to do it for a little while, but I feel like getting back into it now, guys. And I'm really happy that you've come to the YouTube channel, because here on the YouTube channel I feel a little bit more free to be more relaxed and have like longer form videos, and I can really explain stuff in detail, guys, what I'm doing and so on, and make better videos for you guys, which is the main point. So I went to a consultation today with a new dog, an extremely fearful dog who is around 9 years old, and the owner has had this dog for about 2 years. And the story kind of goes that this dog was found chained up to a tree or something like that, and then the owner took the dog in. And the reason why she called me in was because this dog is dog reactive, meaning when they go for walks and the dog's on leash, there'll be a huge reaction towards dogs. And so that, in the description in the email which she sent me, that was kind of the main point which she highlighted. And I want to make this video, guys, to give you like the full story. I made a little video, I put that on Facebook, but you know, little clip just showing you guys like a bit of a before and after isn't really helpful. So I'm very happy that you guys have now come to the YouTube channel to find out like the full story, and I want to give you guys the full story. So I go into the house, the dog comes up to me, she has a bit of a sniff. She was really calm, really good. The dog has got leishmaniasis, which is a disease that many dogs here have, which is caused by a certain type of fly. But she looks a lot better than she obviously had looked. I can tell when a dog has kind of like healed in that way, and she's obviously healed really nicely physically. We went outside and I was having a bit of a talk with the owner about stuff, and even as we were talking, the dog is like growling, circling, pacing around the balcony, looking over the balcony edge, which leads out to like a huge campo area, and she's just like staring out, growling, and you know, having the occasional bark. All of this isn't too loud, but she's shaking as well. And so that's the first thing I experienced here. And when I see that, guys, it's like kind of obvious to me, okay, right, this dog is insecure, this dog is lacking confidence, this dog doesn't know what she should be doing here in the situation. So whenever I see something like that, I'll almost always say to the owner, like, is this something you see often? Does this happen all the time, or is it just because I'm here? And she let me know, like, no, this is what she does all the time. So, you know, when they're at home, it might be that she hears something, and and so, sorry guys, a bit of a cough for some reason. So the main thing with that is she didn't realize what to do when her dog acts that way, okay? She didn't actually realize that the dog was in such a fearful state, and that was kind of the issue, which is normal, guys, you know, not, you know, that is the issue with this dog. So basically she didn't know what to do when the dog was acting this way. And the thing is, guys, if you don't do anything and you allow it, it doesn't often get better, it often gets worse, okay? And if the dog's growling and barking at things unnecessarily, and that's around the house, and and the dog's feeling like it needs to be territorial unnecessarily when there's not even anything there, that becomes practiced, and then it becomes a bit of a story in the dog's mind that they play out every day. And if it's never addressed, nobody does anything about it, it sticks, and it can sometimes get a lot worse if nobody addresses it. And so she let me know that no, she hadn't addressed it, she hadn't done anything in that situation. Maybe she had just like called the dog in, but she hadn't, like, she didn't know what to do to like kind of actively address that behavior in a way that was going to make the dog feel better afterwards. And that's the goal, guys. The goal is if we can make this dog feel better, if we can build this dog's confidence, then she's going to feel a lot better about everything. She's going to be able to process things better. I explain this a little bit more in the video, guys, and you're going to see her in just a minute. But yeah, I just wanted to make a bit of a longer video to give you guys like the whole story, and I will show you her now, and I'll show you the full session, and you guys will see, like, so we had, you know, stuff going on at home, we had leash pulling, dog reactivity, which was the main one that the owner kind of pinpointed out to me, like that was kind of the reason I was going in to address that. But you're going to see, guys, and I will explain this at the end of the video, why addressing that today wasn't the right thing to do. And yeah, here's the video, guys.
Just do nothing now, or
She's
and
barking.
just let her be?
We're going to just let her be. Let's just go for a walk down here for now. Now, what I'm going to get you to do, Jill, is just bring her close to you so she's on a shorter leash. Quite a short leash. A lot shorter than that. That's great. Okay.
I find when she's always sniffing, it's like she's looking for something to
Yeah.
go for.
Yeah. So we've got an unsure dog. She doesn't know how to act. She's lacking some confidence. She comes out here and she goes, right, I'm going to go out ahead. I'm going to pull on leash and I'm just going to sniff and bark and growl at people and dogs and so on. So you can see, even there with the flat collar and her on a short leash, still a lot of pressure on her neck.
Yeah.
You know, and this is what you've got to address. That a common thing that I work with are dogs that are reactive and they pull. You know, now when you start to get them walking nicely again, you're calming them down. And you're getting it so that they can process what they're seeing and what's going on around them a lot better. So this is one of the first things we need to address. And also engagement, getting her looking at us out here, not just sniffing the ground.
Yeah, because that's the only thing that she does. When she walks and we walk, so that's the only thing she does. She sniffs the whole time.
This is what we're going to work on. Now, we can just head back, actually, now. That's far enough. And we're going to go back towards my car.
Oh, Ayla.
Like,
you want me to stop this and
no,
do it
that's
again?
fine,
Okay.
that's fine. So like you can see, I've just got this up right up high as it can go, just underneath the ears. That's where you need it to be, really.
Okay.
Up high, like that.
Okay.
And now, what I'm going to do is just start to get her used to the pressure. So if I walk like this way, let's go. Good. And I'm going to do a quick turn. Let's go. And when I turn, I'm going to say, let's go.
Okay.
Let's go. Bit of pressure. Good. Pull it to me. Ayla, come. Come. Hey, good girl. So putting your hands out like this, that invites dogs into you.
Yeah.
So that's a great move inside as well. Good girl. Very nice. Let's go. Now you can see, as soon as she pulls, it tightens a little bit, like that. She's just getting used to that now. She's just going, okay, that's different. That's good. And I'm holding the leash in my fingertips.
Yeah.
No pressure really needed at all there.
Yeah.
And to get her used to following me, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Good girl. That's it. Keep her on this side. Let's go. Very nice. Very good. Look at that tail
Yeah.
coming out now. Ayla, come. Come. Good girl. Very nice. Good job. Very good. And because she's still unsure, it's good to just say, good girl, very nice, but not to overdo it with the affection right now.
Yeah.
So good job. Good job. Keep her on that side. So these little things like, okay, stay on this side, follow me when I turn, these little things will mean that she's going to be a much better walker. Just walk up towards this Jeep over here, up here. That's it. And now turn towards me. Good. Loosen the leash. That's it. That's it. Good. Stop there. You can tell her, good girl.
Good girl.
Yeah, very nice. You're going to say, let's go. Walk out in front of her.
Let's go, Ayla.
Come this way. Good. Now, when she pulls like that, I want you to do it like a little flick of the wrist. Just to, yes, that was it. Right there. Very nice. And she'll pull again, and you've got to flick her again and just bring her back into position. That's great. That's good. That's it. And then I want you to just go, stop.
Stop.
Good. And when you stop and say stop, that's what you want her to do. Stop.
Yeah.
Be calm. And then from this point, you're just going to say, let's go, and carry on walking.
Let's go.
That's good. That's a great start. A really good start.
Come on, Ayla.
Stop again. Stop.
Stop.
And we're going to go, let's go, and turn this way.
Min.
Nice. That's it. This is it. Now, this is just the start, you see, of you saying, hey,
Yeah.
there are some rules on this walk.
Yeah.
You need to be with me. Sit.
Ayla, sit. Sit.
Nice work.
Pocha. Thank you. Good, so man.
Very good. You're just going to come over to
Lean.
this side one more
Come on,
time, the
Ayla.
same thing.
Sita. Pocha. Good, so.
Hey, very good. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to try, I'm just going to move this a little bit, try to get her to go up onto the bed, okay?
Yeah, come on. Yeah, well, come. Come on, up. In, Pocha. It's okay. Up. Yeah.
Very good.
So, yeah. Good, so. Sita. Yeah.
That's great.
Like Pocha. Yeah.
I was expecting her to take a bit longer with that. She didn't. Fantastic.
But I think she's also very smart because she knows. I'll just sit and I'll get some.
This is very good. This is good. This is, if that's the case, then that's really good for you because you're going to get her over this quickly. Take her down here. How does that feel? Good
Good,
stuff.
yeah. Of course, there's nothing for her to attack. You know what I mean?
We don't want that right now.
Let's go.
If we do that, if that happens right
you
now,
won't understand what
I'll
we're
address it. No, I would address it, but I don't want to do that to her right now.
doing. Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Come
I understand that, like, you think that's the big problem,
Yeah.
but that's not actually a problem.
Yeah.
That will completely fade away, and you'll be surprised at how easy that
Yeah.
is. But the bigger thing is like putting the work in at home,
Yeah.
you know, and putting the
Yeah.
work in
Oh, yeah, there's glass here.
yes.
Yeah, let's go. Well,
We don't have to go very far now. We can just
No,
we can
yeah.
turn around with her, and we'll start to head back
come,
with
Ayla.
her.
Ayla, draai je. Up. Come on. Let's go. Ayla, let's go. No.
That's it. Very nice.
Alright guys, so that was Ayla. Ayla? I got that right? Ayla? Wait a minute. Ayla. That was Ayla, guys. And at the end of the session, you know, the owner was like, you know, she's never been that calm before. She's never been that calm. And we didn't pass any dogs, guys. And I explained in the end of the video, like the owner said, you know, if something was to show up now, it would very much change. And like I pointed out in the video, I don't necessarily want that to happen. I didn't want that to happen today. And if it did happen, I would have addressed that situation, you know, and we would have got her through that. But the point is, guys, and this is the point that I wanted to end this video on, really, is that when you're training a dog, it's a bit like a pyramid, okay? And you've got like different layers to the pyramid. And most of the time when owners call me, the main thing that they wanted to address is right at the top of the pyramid. Okay, in this case, it's the dog reactivity. But you see, with this dog, okay, for example, we've got crazy history, which the owner to some extent was still holding on to and not moving on, moving past, and getting her to move past, to make her feel better. We've got an owner that doesn't know how to provide leadership in the right way. This dog doesn't work with her owner, so there's not that engagement. Okay, so that I also explained I explained in the video. You know, she needs to work on that engagement every day, a little bit every day, and get the dog working. There was a lot of pulling on leash on walks, so there wasn't structured walks going on. And then there's dog reactivity, and dog reactivity, guys, is right at the top of the pyramid, and it's the smallest section of the pyramid as well. And this other stuff, like what's going on at home, what do you understand about dog psychology, and providing true leadership to your dog that will provide them with protection so they feel safe, and direction so they'll feel comfortable taking your direction. Because all of that will make leash walking and walking past dogs much, much easier, guys, if you're doing that with a dog that understands that, and you understand that, and you've got that relationship, and you've built their confidence, and you've got some basic commands under your belt. It's going to make it much easier for you to address this. And this is why I work very differently now to the way that I used to work. Whereas like maybe a few years ago it would have been, oh, you've got a dog reactivity problem, right? Just come and meet me where, you know, there's going to be a load of dogs at this time, and we'll work over it. And, you know, a lot of the times you can be very successful with that. But the point is, guys, is now I'm on a different journey with this, and I'm much more about teaching people and giving people a much better experience when it comes to what they're getting from their dog trainer. Which is I want people I work with to have the knowledge. I want people I work with to have confidence. I want the people I work with to have everything that they need to have to be able to have success with their dog. And there's no shortcuts with that, guys. Really, to do that and to do it properly, you've got to really teach people, and you've got to teach people the important stuff, and not just shortcut it and go, right, I will help you with your problem. And it's kind of like, if you're a trainer, this is also why you can't just go on what your client wants, because if you do that, you're you're shortcutting, or you're shortchanging them, you're shortchanging the dog. You know, it's just not good. And so when you start out, I understand that's kind of, you know, what you feel like you need to do. But when you've done this for a few years, you know, you realize, like, okay, if I really want to have success here and, you know, make a big impact on people's lives and make a big change and really give them the best I've got, then that's going to take a bit more work, and it's going to take a lot more teaching, and a lot more teaching the owner. So, okay, guys, I'm going to stop rambling now and everything. I hope you enjoyed the video of Ayla, and I'll be working with them again next week. What I'll be doing is messaging her in about 5 days to see how she's getting on. And if she's getting on just fine at home and everything's great, the dog is a foodie, which is good news, then we will be just going down to the Paseo. Sorry, not the Paseo, the Boulevard. And we'll be doing some work down there by the Boulevard to address that in a more difficult situation. But for now, she's got a lot to work on. She's got a lot to focus on. She's got my 10-step guide. She's got the new leash she needs to work with the dog on. She's got the new rules on the walk. So there's a lot for them to be getting on with. And those little things are actually the big things, guys. I hope I made that clear in this video. Those small things that people think aren't maybe that important, or some people can think that maybe that's not important. The actual truth is that those are the biggest things. And when you see that those small things are the big things, the big things, the things that you think are the big things, they fade away into insignificance, because you've really put the work and the effort in the right areas. And it's such an amazing thing that about dog training is it's fascinating to me how sometimes these huge issues that people think they have, actually they don't have those issues at all. And when you change their perception and you change the way they're working with the dog and all that stuff, it's just an amazing thing. I love it. Alright guys, talk to you soon.